Welcome back to the 245 podcast, which is the number of times I've heard people bring up the nice weather, and I'm sick of it. Like, we get it. It's warm. You don't need to bring it up every day. Okay?
No, we do. We do.
We definitely don't.
It's actually a really good intro.
We definitely do.
It's just,
I don't think that was cheesy, Joey.
okay. Well, I feel like we mention the weather a lot because you know it's something that like everyone can relate to, and it's something simple, but like it's starting to get on my nerves. Like, how about that warm weather out there? And I'm like, it's been warm for like a month, dog.
How about the warm weather out there?
Did you just wake up and notice? Like, I don't know.
Mitch just woke up.
I feel like people are just trying to be pleasant, and you just don't like it for some reason.
Joey, are you against 50-degree weather in February?
Oof. Hot take, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
For what reason?
It doesn't feel like winter.
And that's what's so great.
Like,
Good.
if I wanted
It's been
it
100
warm
years
year
since this has
round, I
happened.
would be a pansy and move to Florida. But I can take a little
So
cold.
Joey, you're not mad about people talking about the weather. You're just mad about
That's
the weather
true.
because
I
you're
really-
a psychopath and you like the cold.
Am I? Am I a psychopath that likes the cold? I'm going to say no to that one. I don't enjoy...
No, you are.
I don't enjoy the cold, but I enjoy the challenge that winter is. It's like working out, you know? Like, I don't enjoy working out, but I enjoy like beating working out.
like we deserve to live in Minnesota because of the challenges we face every winter.
Yeah.
So we got to like prove ourselves.
Yeah, we got to like prove ourselves.
Can we not have just like a little 1 year break?
Yeah.
No.
We've been like fighting for 100 years.
No.
Can't we take a year off?
No.
Okay.
I'm just going to keep saying no a few more times.
Have you ever thought about
Well-
the fact that you talking about this right now is talking about the weather?
Joey's perpetuating the problem that
He's
he
got
is
you there.
complaining about.
He's speechless.
Well, I'm kind of just like ranting about it. Okay, I'm just stop talking. Fine. I'll stop talking about the weather then. My bad for coming up with an intro.
Checkmate.
Now the first 3 minutes of our podcast.
Mike and Mitch, don't you love how like warm it is outside?
You know what, Josh? I do, and I will happily say it because I've been loving it. And I did a film shoot this weekend, and we filmed outside, and it was so nice. We had some nice golden hour, sun coming through the trees.
That's my
action.
favorite song.
And it was nice and warm. No one was cold. Like, it was just great.
I might just
So-
like drive home tomorrow and just play basketball in the driveway
Yeah,
just for that reason.
exactly.
Don't you have classes tomorrow?
No.
Oh.
Well, that's awkward. Welcome back, everyone, to the
245
podcast.
podcast.
I don't know why I'm talking so smoothly. We're bringing back the cool jazz 245 podcast.
Welcome back to the 245 podcast.
Joey's here. If you probably noticed that
What
immediately.
if we did a whole podcast where we talk like golf announcers for all time?
That'd be funny.
That'd be wild.
That would be quite humorous.
I feel like I don't know how.
What if you had to like break it down into how would you talk? Like you talk slow, you talk soft, and you talk very precise and smooth, like with not a lot of motion.
Yeah.
Michael Jordan going for the birdie here.
What was that?
That was like
You just sounded sort of like
British.
You couldn't talk that good.
What? What did he say?
I said that just sounded sort of like you can't talk that
Yeah,
well.
I know.
Sound like yourself when you had the retainer in your mouth.
Dude, that
when
was
you were in middle school.
that was the worst.
Oh no.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Or we each choose an accent of talking. Like I would go southern or something like that.
That'd be wild.
Like a cowboy. Like basically you speak out the side of your mouth. Like
Yeah, boy.
you gotta like pinch one side of your mouth and then like talk out the other side. That's how you talk.
You
southern.
remind me of the Office episode where it's the murder mystery.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, where they talk like that the whole time.
Mitch is also on the podcast. I already
Oh,
said
really?
Joey's here.
Wait, who's he?
Who's Mitch?
He's this really
who's Mitch?
cute young man that I know.
Yeah.
Sounds like I should meet him.
You should meet him. You
Maybe a
guys
lot
are-
of girls should meet him.
Wow.
Nah, let's not be ridiculous.
Mitch,
now.
Yeah.
how's your nap this afternoon? I walked in the room. It's totally dark. I'm like, oh, no one's here. Flip on the main. Or flip on the light. Look over my left. Mitch just zonked in the
Zonked.
bed.
At what time?
Like at 6 o'clock, 6 p.m.
What are you doing napping at 6 p.m., Mitch?
I had 4 hours of sleep and a 10-hour clinical today
Oh, why you would only get 4 hours of sleep?
because I'm like that.
Did you not sleep or did you purposely stay awake?
I purposely tried to stay in that first REM cycle window.
That's a terrible
You did
idea.
not just say that.
Yeah.
Purposely try to say.
Because if you interrupt if you wake up in the middle of that cycle, you feel way more tired, and you're going to be way more tired.
So is that
the day.
why you took a nap?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Because obviously you're not going to be energized throughout the entire day, but just more energized than if I, whatever. You don't care.
Josh is here as well. He's on the phone over in Iowa. How are you today, Josh?
In my dorm.
In the dorm.
I'm good.
Yeah.
How are you?
I'm good. Thanks for asking. The weather's been really nice lately.
Dude, how about
I agree.
it? You know?
It's been super nice here too.
Yeah. How actually has it been indoor? Because I know it was snowing a ton there when it wasn't here. So what's the vibe over there?
Yeah, so we still have snow here. Basically
Imagine.
not in like general flat areas, but there's still piles and drifts and stuff because it drifted a lot because it was really windy for a while. But yeah, it's been 40s, 50s for a few days.
That's nice.
So,
Sweet. All right. Well, let's talk about our last week here. How's it been going for you boys? Who wants to go first?
Let's make Josh go first.
Josh?
Josh, would you like to go first? I feel like I haven't talked to you in so long,
Hold on.
Josh.
You just said, let's make Josh go first, and then asked, would you like to go to first?
Yeah, because he couldn't
yeah,
hear
I feel
that.
like I don't really have
He
a
couldn't
choice
hear
at
the
that
first
point.
part. He was muted. I was muted.
Yep.
Yeah, for sure. So what, just talk about my week or talk about my last 2 weeks since I've been on the podcast?
You can do whatever.
Yeah,
Give us your
Whatever's-
life story.
Whatever's the most significant.
Walk us through every day.
January
Oh,
17th,
really?
2003.
I don't know. I guess intramural soccer, the indoor season has started. I think I said that on the podcast. We won our first game.
Yep.
We lost our second. We won our third. 2-1.
That boy.
It's going fine. Talked about that a little already, I think. Not a lot else is new. I guess I'm trying to find summer work, so I've been doing a lot of applying and communicating about interviews and stuff for that. So that's a really good time, of course.
Sounds like it.
Riley,
What
Gaton.
are you applying for, Josh? What are you looking for?
Engineering internships. Mostly. Actually, basically all. I applied for one AV internship,
Oh, nice.
which is more like, audiovisual stuff for company, but all the rest have been mechanical engineering internships. I had an interview yesterday and an interview today, and then I have 2 interviews on Thursday.
Oh, dang.
Nay, wow.
Staying busy.
And please tell me you are coming back to Minnesota right away this summer.
Well, it kind of depends on what job I get.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Oh, no.
Wait, is there a potential that you stay in Iowa all summer?
Josh,
Yeah.
don't tell me that.
No.
I'm not going to make it.
This is not good news.
I'm
guys.
barely hanging on by a thread right now. The only thing getting me through is the hope of you coming back to Blaine.
I feel like that's not true, and I'm glad it isn't because I don't know how good of a chance that is, and I really don't want you to not survive
Okay.
on account of me.
Thank you.
Wow.
I guess I'll get over it then.
This is quite sad.
So out of the 4 places that you have interviews, where are the 4 working locations?
I think the 4 I have interviews for this week are actually all in different places, which is kind of fun.
Wow.
So the one I interviewed for yesterday is Delta Mod Tech. That one's in Coon Rapids, and that's the one I would be really happy to get because I would love to be home this summer. I feel like it's kind of like my last normal summer, so it would be fun to be home and do stuff around there. So I'm really hopeful. Well, I'm not hopeful in that there are a lot of candidates for that one and it's pretty competitive. So she was like, yeah, we have like hundreds of applicants and we're filling 4 positions.
Whoa.
So there's a lot of other people for that one, but I would love to get that one. The one I applied for today is in Washington State.
What?
It's actually a company that one of my friends here interned for last summer, and he's interning there again. So it's in Linden, Washington. So that'd be a cool experience.
I went there for
Wow.
serve.
It'd be kind of, yeah, Linden is really cool. But that would be a different experience, but it would probably be fun. It would be challenging.
That'd be crazy.
Which is good. Yeah. And then on Thursday, I have an interview for a company in Des Moines, and then one in right here in Sioux Center.
Wow.
So
only one in
So
Minnesota.
the odds aren't great for you to be back here.
25-75.
No, I haven't found many in Minneapolis that I'm interested in.
That's kind of surprising. Just like with 3M and Medtronic and stuff up here. But I guess that's not.
Yeah, I mean, like,
that's not mechanical.
Medtronic is a med tech company, which I'm not interested in at all. I mean, there's others I've found. They're just not. They don't line up a ton with what I'm very interested in.
Yeah.
So
Wow. That's
well,
big.
Well, keep us posted on that. It would be kind of wild to go up to Washington. Like for a summer, that'd be like very cool. We could visit.
Oh.
No way.
You guys are all gonna come to Washington?
Yep.
I would.
Facts.
I'd bike out there.
You bike to Washington or bike in Washington?
I'd bike out to him,
Mm.
like from Minnesota to Washington. We
That's-
could
See,
impressive.
here's what we do. Okay.
Oh, boy.
All three of us, we bike to Washington. So Josh, you give us Paul Johnson. We bike all the way to Washington for the ultimate reunion party, and then you can continue with the adventures of Paul Johnson.
Wow, that's amazing.
I like it.
Washington is where it all began. I think I took my first pictures with him at
Yeah.
like, Rainier.
Washington's the origin story.
Yeah, for sure.
We
Wow.
could do like a vlog, like a month-long vlog,
Yeah.
the whole
Vlog.
time. Yeah.
Vogue.
Just have like a GoPro on the back of our. We could get like a 3-person bicycle. You know how fast we would be?
Sure, the Veenstrows could hook us up with one of those.
That'd be wild.
That would be wild. I'm just trying to picture that. It's really funny.
Thank you.
Micah and Mitch, do you guys know what you're doing this summer? Mitch, are you just staying at Dairy Queen?
No, I'm gonna try and find some sort of healthcare position. So I don't know
Okay.
where that's gonna be yet, but yeah, that's my goal.
My
Instead of
plan,
quits with DQ. Sorry.
say his goodbyes
Yeah,
to shift lead.
I'm retiring.
They'll miss you.
Yes, they will.
But you can visit them. You can go by
Oh yeah,
DQ.
We visit them all the time, anyways.
Yeah. This summer, so I have 6 weddings booked right now for freelance stuff.
Nice.
So
It's really
that will
good.
be very busy, and they're very consistent too, which is nice. So they're about every 2 to 2.5 weeks, like pretty much all throughout the summer, until about beginning of August. So my plan is to hopefully work 20 hours a week at my current student worker internship position at Northwestern Media / KTIS, to do that about part-time throughout the summer. And then the other 20 hours, just do editing for weddings and other freelance stuff that I do.
Yeah.
And I'm not the biggest fan of like working from my desk at home, just because I feel like I get distracted, is what I found last summer. So what I would hope to do is just come here for the 8 hours, for 40 hours a week to Northwestern, and then work like maybe the first half of the day on wedding stuff here in my Northwestern Media desk, and then do the last half of the day work on Northwestern Media stuff, or like split it by days. So like Monday, Tuesday, I do this, and other days I do whatever. So that's kind of what I'm thinking right now. So the main thing would be weddings, and then I would do Northwestern Media just because I don't think I would still have quite enough to do with just weddings, and I might as well fill that other time and make a little bit of money. And it is only like $12 or $13 an hour for the Northwestern Media stuff. But it's still like something I'm hoping to possibly get a job in after I graduate. So I think it'd be worth it to continue working for them this summer and just to fill those extra hours in too. So that's kind of what I'm thinking right now.
Sense.
So yeah.
Joey, what are you doing this summer?
I'm biking to Washington. That's my plan.
Oh, right.
With
I
Paul
forgot.
Johnson.
Yeah,
in hand.
I'm
my
pretty
bad.
sure we talked about that.
Yeah.
So, now I will.
I have a short memory.
Yeah, I'll be at Eagle Brook. Yeah, it's interesting because in the summer it's less busy. 'Cause there's no students, isn't there? And attendance is way down. It's so funny. Like at Eagle Brook, like most churches, like everyone's got a cabin, so on the weekends they just go up there.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Well, you'll have to do less for that guest experience.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Anyone else have anything significant in their weeks?
No, Josh isn't even done with his week.
Oh.
Go back to Josh.
Yeah, I'll finish up with the one interesting thing I did in the last 2 weeks. I went tubing in Sioux City.
Oh, I saw that.
Which was pretty fun. So it was like when we went to Elm Creek in middle school, except less snow.
Yeah,
So,
probably couldn't do that here right now. Maybe with fake snow.
yeah, we couldn't. It was all fake snow.
Oh.
Like there was no snow anywhere other than the hill, and they were having a really hard time maintaining it. Like only about half the lanes were open because
Yeah.
it's just melting very fast. But it was still
Speaking
fun.
of fake snow, I never got to see the Bart's snow sculpture. I never made it out, which was super sad.
Yeah.
And now it's torn down.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
But I know both you guys did, Mitch and Joey.
Yeah.
So that's kind of disappointing. It's the first year I
It's
haven't.
quite short lived.
Yeah, the first year I haven't seen it, and I definitely had opportunities to. I just never got out to it. So, yeah, next year hopefully will be better
well.
for them. Joey will be happy next year if it snows the entire
I will.
season.
I
So,
will.
Yeah.
I will.
Okay.
All right, popcorn, Mitch.
Let's see. The past week, it's been filled with studying for my first exam, for Friday, and that was kind of it. This weekend was just finishing off my homework and then chilling at home. And then yesterday had class like I always do, and then there's a new thing we're starting in these weeks. They're called Sims. It's kind of like clinicals, but it's like a premeditated situation. So like we have to make preparation notes for this situation before we go in to the nursing building and with the super high tech mannequin, and then we'll have some sort of like scene set up for us, and then based on our notes and what's presented to us, we have to kind of perform our duties. And then people are watching us on the cameras and controlling the mannequin and speaking to the mannequin. It's really weird.
Yeah, I filmed people doing that.
Yeah.
Like last month. It was kind of weird.
Yeah. So we'll see how that goes. I think that'll be a little nerve-wracking knowing that everyone's watching me, including all the professors and stuff. But yeah. Ooh, that's a very flashy police car.
Holy cow.
It's
It's kind of looks sick.
yeah, I know. But yeah. My past week hasn't been very interesting, so.
Yeah. Hey, we did finish season 1 of Survivor.
Boy.
This is your weekly update on
Yeah.
me and Mitch's Survivor journey. We're season 1 out of 40 that we're going to be watching. So
Yep.
Easy.
And then we teased ourselves with 5 minutes of the season 2 episode.
we teased ourselves. So yeah, it looks good. We're going to do that. Also, big announcement. We now actually, the 245 podcast sponsors a pickleball team. And we just want to let you guys know that they won their first 2 games.
Yeah.
So the first team actually didn't show up, so it was an automatic win. But the second game was it was a win. So technically our team is 2-0.
Yeah, 2-0.
So we'll keep giving you guys update on that pickleball team that we bought and sponsor now.
Yeah. Originally the IM leagues, they were trying to do some like fishy stuff because they were like, I saw the record and it was like 1-1. It was like, no, our team is not losing.
Yeah. We won
It's
both games.
2-0.
They had it wrong.
Right.
So we had to email and make sure everything was right. But
Because, Mike and I are the managers of that
yeah,
team. So
we just wanted you guys to know the announcement that we bought a pickleball team. So yeah. I only did one interesting thing this week, and that was we had a choir retreat this weekend and sung at this church in Edina called Christ Presbyterian Church. It was really fun. We did traditional and contemporary service, and both were very different, obviously, but it was a lot of fun. And the retreat, we played a lot of dodgeball on Saturday in the church's gym, which I have not played dodgeball in a long time, which was a lot of fun to play with college students too. We did basses versus tenors. Basses won 3 out of 3 times. And we did some other random groups too. So it was a lot of fun. That's basically all I did. Joey, anything interesting?
Not too much. Just looking through the schedule.
All right, then we'll go to
we lost in volleyball.
Oh, we did. That sucked.
I hate to be the one to bring that up, but we played probably the best team we're going to play, and we lost in overtime. So that's tough. That's tough, but it's okay. Yeah. We want them in the chip. That's what we want. We'll meet them there. My hair is very short now.
That's correct.
Look at that. I was
going to bring that up. Joey has like a buzz cut.
It's pretty short. It's not buzz. My mom did it with the scissors, but it's very short. Today in a meeting,
I like it. It looks good, Joey.
Thank you, Josh.
Yeah. It's like the good old days.
I don't hate it at all. Like,
no.
I did like the mullet more though.
Okay, so funny story today about the mullet. I was in a meeting with someone and from Eaglebrook, and it was like a group. There was like 7 or 8 of us on this meeting, and then she was like, "Joey, I think I was in your interviews, but did you get a haircut or something?" And I was like, "Yeah, when you hired me, I had a mullet, and now I don't." So
they're like, "Oh, you're fired now."
Yeah,
that was actually part of the requirements.
Yeah, never forget that.
That's in the fine print.
Yeah, but then it was just a lot of work, a lot of working this weekend and stuff. The basketball team played Mounds Park Academy, and we beat them, JV.
Good.
And varsity. There was a whole fiasco about.
That's a pretty big school, isn't it?
Yeah, and they're super rich, and we smacked them both.
Are they like Breck rich?
What was there a fiasco about?
Okay, so 2 things. Mitch, are they rich? Yes. I think it's the most expensive private school in Minnesota.
Wow.
I think it's $37K a year.
Dang.
Which is wild. I'll try to give you the short version of the story. So basically they had a kid that was going to score. First of all, they were talking trash before the game even started.
Classic.
So our boys were heated, and us coaches get fired up too. When they start talking trash before games, oh boy, it's about to go down. Oh, yeah. But they have this kid. He was probably going to score 1,000 points. He was only like 5 points away.
In one game?
Wow. Yeah, in one game.
Wow, that's
so
crazy.
what they wanted was the game ball. Okay? They wanted the game ball. So Corey talked to him beforehand and said that was all right. We'll trade you a ball. You can have the game ball. We weren't big fans of it from the start. Anyways, game's over. Okay? They have a kid at the front of the line that has a ball and walks through the line. Okay. So then after we go through the line, their team's like, "Hey, where's the game ball?" I told them, "Hey, one of your kids had it. Just go to your locker room. He's got it." Anyways, they go to the locker room, and then all of a sudden they come back.
Oh no.
And they are not happy because they're like, "Where's the ball? Where's the ball?" And then there was some back and forth stuff. And their coach was hot, like yelling about this game ball. Anyways, we get them a ball. And they leave, and it's fine. But like, it was just so annoying. Turns out we watched it in film. Anderson ended the game with the ball. Like, we were dribbling out the clock. He handed it to the guy doing the table. He put the game ball underneath the table. So the other team didn't even get the game ball because they didn't know. Yeah. They didn't know. So it was just really funny. You can see the whole thing on film, like the whole interaction. It's funny. It's really funny to watch it in film. But they're a bunch of rich kids that are just snobs. And we just pounded them. And then they were still salty about the ball. And it's like, just go home.
Yeah.
Rich. Yeah, whatever.
That's funny.
Yeah, but anyways, that's
pretty funny.
That was my wild basketball story. But yeah, I thought I was gonna have to like break up a fight after the game. So yeah, but
that would not be good.
It's all right. It's all right. Everything is handled. It's all good. They're not gonna want to play us again next year. That's for sure.
Yeah.
But I think I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
So yeah. Anyways, that's my week.
Wow.
Mike, you want to get into what we're doing here today?
Wait, did you guys hear that?
No.
I did.
Josh, you hear that?
I heard it.
Yeah, Joey's trying to get into our actual thing today, but he didn't hear the mail tone go off.
I always miss it.
Yes, you do. We know. So first email is from pebblegirl@jeffreystone.com.
Okay.
Annika Stone.
Stoner.
She said, first off, I want to say that I also guessed 82, as did Josh. So while I know I'm not part of the bromance, I feel like I get some added points to my fan status. She's not part of the power couple that is Joey and Josh.
That's facts.
Yep.
Undisputed. Uncontested.
Secondly,
champions.
I've thought of a few more stories from childhood.
Oh boy.
I used to suck on coins as a kid.
What?
Because I liked the taste of metal. And ended up sucking on a quarter one afternoon while sitting in the back of our minivan. I decided I wanted to move up to the middle seat, and as I moved, my mom started driving, causing the quarter I was sucking on to be swallowed by me. Needless to say, swallowing a quarter hurts more than I ever thought possible as it inched its way down my small throat as I sat in the ER waiting to get help.
Oh my goodness.
I won't go into detail about the aftermath, but let's just say we had to make sure that what went in also came out.
Oh my gosh. Why did... Oh,
Dang.
that's wild.
So
that's wild. That might win for
does
most
she like
instances.
the taste of like hard water then?
Probably.
Yeah.
Dang.
She likes that well water. Yeah.
Oh,
the
yeah.
irony.
I got to ride a Zamboni once, and I was told to ask for help to get down from it. I decided I was hashtag too cool for school to need help and ended up slipping and slamming my chin on the ground
Oh, that's
and nearly
embarrassing.
needing stitches.
Ouch.
The most devastating piece of it all that I can remember that I couldn't eat my chicken nuggets for 3 days that I had gotten from McDonald's.
Ooh.
So,
Wow, bitch.
Tragedy.
Show a little bit of sympathy, dog, okay?
yep. Keep up the good content. Loved the comedy bit about the radius of farmers' licenses. Remember we talked about
yeah. That was hilarious. We went on for a while about that. That was wild.
Way longer than I thought it would.
I just was like, I was not listening like super intently. So I was just confused and it just went on for so long. I was like, what is happening?
Next email is from my
That's funny,
dad.
though. Actually, Mike, wait one sec.
Okay.
The coin story reminded me, because I didn't get to be on that episode, I'm pretty sure I have a similar experience. Mom and Dad, you can email and correct me if I'm wrong about this or if I'm misremembering, but I'm pretty sure I was like playing under the table for some reason with coins, and I think I also like to suck on coins, so I accidentally swallowed a penny. And instead of going to the ER, my dad like grabbed me by my legs and hung me upside down and smacked my back until it fell out.
I know that story. I've heard that story before, Josh. That's wild. But you were like a
Really?
baby. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I've heard that story before. Because I think.
I don't think I was a baby.
Oh, okay.
Maybe I'm not. I don't know.
It was actually
I feel like
last.
I
Josh,
remember
you're
it.
still a
It
baby.
was actually last year.
No, because
Thanks,
I
Mitch.
think we talked about it in like CPR training or something. Like in like outdoor ed or something like that. Because we were talking about like what to do
yeah.
if an infant is choking.
Yeah.
And then you're like, yeah, my dad just hung me by my feet
Yeah.
and just whacked my back. Like, hey, solve the problem.
All right.
I do remember that
Desperate
now.
times
Yeah, I'm
call for.
almost sure that happened.
Yeah, that's wild.
The email from my dad, he's giving more information about that bus ride, some questions we had.
Oh, okay.
He said it was like a coach bus. The engine was in the back of the truck of the bus. It was in Northeast Brazil. The driver did not stop immediately, and people started yelling and making a commotion and rushed to the front door to get out. I was sitting towards the back. I didn't want to wait to get out the front door and didn't want to trample the old people and children to death or crowd surf to the front. But I was able to slide out the window and jump to the ground. Being very tall and very skinny, I was able to accomplish this. They sat in the road for 2 to 3 hours before another bus came to pick them up. While they were waiting for a new bus, people were teasing me and making fun of me because I looked really funny jumping out the window. Everyone else was afraid to jump out the window because it was pretty high up, but I was young and tall and wasn't that difficult. The windows were not like a school bus. They didn't open up and down. They opened side to side. Back then, it was pretty rare for anyone to have their own video camera, but I had the habit of carrying around a small tape recorder about the size of a Walkman, and I usually had I actually have an audio recording of us sitting around in the dark talking while waiting for the other bus.
Whoa.
I recorded our conversation about the experience and of them teasing me. I have the audio cassette tape deep in the archive somewhere, but I don't know where it is at the moment.
Okay.
It just sounds like they're jealous.
Yeah, why would you
They are
bully?
jealous.
Dude, the bus is on fire and you're bullying the guy for jumping out the window? What?
Yeah.
What?
While
Yeah.
keeping you guys safe.
Yeah.
Like you said, he's not going to trample you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't
that's
tread on
brutal.
me.
Don't tread on me.
Josh, you want to read the next email? Do you have it pulled up?
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
This one's from Annika Stone again, and this is the subject line is baby Bi, but Bi is BY. So it's about Byron. Was his name
Byron,
Mike?
yeah, from VBS.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so she says, I listened to the rest of the episode on my way back from student teaching, and as you talk about your VBS experience, all I can think of is your leader bye as a baby. I picture a scenario where someone is saying goodbye to him, and they say, baby bye, bye-bye, and the other person with them goes, bye-bye, and then it sounds like that one song that goes, baby bye-bye, 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 by the Backstreet Boys.
Baby, bye-bye, bye-bye.
Anyways, bye-bye, Annika Stone, assistant to the manager.
Wow.
There it is.
That is a wild, logical jump for Annika Stone right there.
That was a good setup.
Much appreciated.
Thanks, Pebble Girl.
Yeah.
Final email is from Francis. Francis at captionclips.co.
Oh, not them again.
Hey, 245 podcast team. I love what you guys are doing in the space. Your lighthearted banter and genuine curiosity make every episode feel like a fun hangout with old friends. We're working on an AI platform that repurposes content for your podcast episodes into engaging audiogram clips. I think this will work well with your content. With AI doing all the heavy lifting, we can keep our team small and can pass on those savings to you. So unlike agencies and services that charge a premium for this, we're priced under 50 cents a clip. That's pretty cheap. I love to fill you in on our process and give you a first-hand look at how it works. I took the liberty of creating some clips from your latest episode for you to check it out. Is it okay if I send them over? The clips are audio version of your episode. Best Francis. And I responded to him and said, sure, you can send them over for us to check out. I did that this morning. He has not responded to me.
You gotta be kidding me, Francis.
I need those audio clips.
Bruh, if it's AI, it should be efficient.
I know.
Click a few buttons, Francis. Let's go.
They said it was efficient, so
it also seemed that email was heavily guided by AI.
Probably.
So, yeah. It seemed like
based
that
on wording. You know, the two adjectives.
Yeah.
There it is. That's the identifier.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Now are you guys ready to get into what we're talking about today?
Absolutely.
For the first time in 30 episodes, we are doing a Q&A.
Woo! What a weird way to say that. For the first time in 30 episodes.
Because the last time we did this was July.
Okay.
So
wow.
That was a while ago.
It's been 7 months.
It's been
and our first question actually was sent by Gideon the same week that episode came out.
Okay.
And he was too late, so he had to wait till the next Q&A for us to actually read it.
Sorry, Gideon.
And he was just too late. So we're finally reading these questions from Gideon. He's been dying to know.
Oh, I'm sorry.
On the edge of his seat for 7 months.
Since July 1st of 2023. So, you guys ready to get into it?
I'm so ready.
Josh, you ready to get into it?
Yo.
Mitch?
Always.
Always. His
That's
first
me.
question. You're watching a banger movie, but it has lots of subtle dialogue. Are you using subtitles or no?
Sorry.
Like as in subtle dialogue, like that's very quiet.
Sorry, hit me one more time. What is
You're watching a banger movie, but it has a lot of subtle dialogue. Are you using subtitles or not?
Nope. That's a good question.
I don't think so.
The answer is no.
I usually lean towards no.
Yeah.
But
I would say yes. Subtitles don't bother me in general. So I would use them even if it's not just a lot of subtle dialogue.
if I am in a room that needs it to be a little bit quieter and it's like an action movie with a lot of action scenes, I'll turn the volume down and then use subtitles.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you're kind of, because some movies, the action scenes are super loud.
Yep.
And then you turn it down, but then the dialogue's too quiet. So,
yep.
Yeah. Are video games a waste of time in your opinion?
No.
Absolutely. Okay.
Not.
Okay. Should we get into this? Yeah, we got to.
We got 1 minute.
Okay. Mitch, what are the benefits of video games?
Critical thinking, problem solving, teamwork.
Hand-eye coordination?
Yes, kind of. But like reactivity.
Isn't sports better than in all of those categories? And it's way better for you than video games?
Yeah, but that's
okay.
But that's not
So
to say that
then why
video.
do it?
It's not saying that video games is also bad.
Well, I'd say
It's not like sports is good and therefore video games is bad. Like they're both good. It's
I
just
just wanna
sports
see
is
the-
better than video games in that aspect.
Yeah, I'd just like to see the metrics on that.
Yeah.
Like, how much does it increase your problem-solving skills?
Well, I'm a nurse now, so there's the evidence.
Oh, yeah, because there's definitely a correlation there.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
No.
All right.
It's settled.
Josh, what do you say? And Mike, you guys haven't even said anything.
I don't think you can flat out say all video games are always a waste of time. I think there's a time and place for them, but I'd say a lot of people abuse them.
Josh. Always the wise one.
He is wise. Next question.
Me and Mitch just go for the polar ends of the debate.
Why do the vast majority of Avail students go to either Northwestern or Dort?
Because we love Jesus.
Because they're small private Christian colleges in the Midwest.
Just like Avail is a small private Christian high school in the Midwest.
Yep.
Boom. There's your answer.
Similar environments.
Also, I don't know if that's really true. I mean, Northwestern, yes, and that's obvious because it's the closest Christian college other than Bethel, and
Bethel sucks.
There's just more connection between Northwestern and Avail, especially because of PSU.
Yeah, I was gonna say I feel like
everything transfers, so that's a huge draw.
I feel like Dort isn't as common as Northwestern for people, but
like Dort averages over the past 5 years probably like less than 2 per class.
Yeah, and we've had like 3-ish, I think.
Yeah.
Because we had the 3 of us. Above us was Annika, and that was it.
Yeah.
But above that was Jalen plus a couple others that didn't end up staying, but there were a few of them. Under us was Marley. Was there another one? Or is that it?
Is that it? That might be
and
it.
This year was Kylie, Braden, Lily.
Lizzie.
I guess you add Lizzie and Evan in there too. And that counts. So, yeah.
I would say in most classes, it's not even the majority.
No, definitely not majority.
No. It's like it's the place that the most people go. Yep. That's the same place. And everyone else is split, but usually it's not even the majority of each class that go to Dortmund.
No, definitely not. So, yeah. Next is from Cassidy Ritzma.
Let's go.
Ooh.
She said, how do you guys put on your tennis shoes? Parentheses, both socks, then both shoes, then tie both, or one side sock. Well, this is hard to read.
I see.
One side sock, shoe tie, other side sock, shoe tie.
Oh,
yeah.
So I put my socks on right when I get dressed.
Yeah.
So then, and then I put one shoe on, tie that shoe, then put other shoe on, then tie that shoe.
I think that's exactly what I do too.
Yeah.
I might tie my shoes like 3 times a year.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, some shoes
you tie every time.
Yeah. Some shoes you don't.
Like these, I tie every time.
Yeah. You gotta tie the donks.
But my like regular tennis shoes, like Mitch probably tie a few times a year.
I've got a few ones, and all I do is just put my like 75% of my foot in, and then just slam my heel down.
Yeah. You like grab the edge and just like ripping it up.
Yeah.
Josh, what do you do?
Get it over with.
I put on my socks when I get dressed, and then most of my shoes are slip-on. I can't think of what I do. I think I do both shoes and then tie them both, but I'll need to pay attention to that, and I'll let you know next time.
Yeah. Maybe I'll start trying to put shoes on and then socks.
I was just thinking, how would you do that?
You can make it work.
Yeah.
You just got to stuff them down a little bit and then like curl your toes a little bit and grip them.
No,
good to go.
Oh, that's
good question, Cassidy. That's a good question. Josiah Logie is next. Would you rather be double your weight or half your height?
That's brutal.
Now, is this weight? Is this fat or muscle?
Doesn't specify.
I'd say it's got to be.
If you're doubling
it's
your
gotta
weight,
be fat.
It can't all be muscle.
It's got to be fat.
So I'd be, quick math, 340.
Yeah, I don't think I could do that. I think I'd have to go half height, but then I'm
3'1",
3 and
dude,
3 feet tall.
There's terrible health complications for both.
Okay.
Okay, nurse.
I feel like
I'd definitely go half height.
I go half
I think I
height.
go half height.
I think I go weight.
Okay.
Would you rather spend 2 years in jail or get thrown in jail with an unsolved Rubik's Cube? And once you solve the Rubik's Cube, you are free to leave.
Give me the Rubik's
Give me the Rubik's Cube.
Give me the Rubik's Cube. In a day, I could be out of there.
Yeah.
I feel like it would be way
give me
less
like
than
4
2
hours.
years to just brute force it.
Brute force it. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's no way it'd take me 2 years to learn it.
Yeah.
But it would be a little scary at
That
first.
would be interesting to try to, like, if you gave a person a Rubik's Cube that doesn't know any of the moves, doesn't know anything, how long would it take them to eventually solve a Rubik's Cube?
Sounds like a good Mr. Beast video idea.
I don't think it would be as long as you think.
I trapped someone in solitary confinement until they can solve Rubik's Cube.
Yeah. Because you just got to figure out the general principle. I don't know. It would take a long time.
Yeah. So
it depends on the person.
that is it for Josiah Logie.
Thanks, Logie.
Thanks, Logie.
You're welcome. Next is from Callie Ritzma.
Let's go.
She said, what is your favorite pod episode that you've recorded so far?
I got to go with my intro.
What?
Where I was like pausing randomly and Joey just couldn't hold it in.
Oh, the welcome back to the 245.
That was your favorite episode?
Either that one, because that one had that was academic weapons.
Oh,
that
one was wild.
That one is, I think, my favorite episode. Either that or
What was that even about?
how to be an academic weapon.
But it was only like the last 10
Yeah,
minutes.
we spent like 40 minutes just joking around.
Yeah. Talking about the milkshake duck.
See, I think I actually agree with Mitch.
Oh, yeah.
I think that's like one of my favorite recent episodes.
Yeah.
Was Academic Weapon. I really like that one.
I think either that one or Riz Dependence Day.
Riz
Adventures.
Dependence Day was so good.
That one's a classic.
Yeah.
I need to listen to that one again.
Yeah.
So, Josh, what about you?
I don't know. I have a hard time delineating between all the different ones. It's hard to remember what you did in specific episodes.
Outdoor podcasts. That one was good.
Yeah, I think I'll go with that one just because it was a vibe and the video is really fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wish I was there.
Oh yeah, we'll do another one this summer
Yeah.
if certain people are living in Minnesota. Sorry, Josh.
Even if they aren't, U4 could do
That's
it.
true. I don't know if we have the technology.
I guess, yeah, you maybe don't have the audio stuff.
You can set it up for us and then go to Washington.
Yeah.
Okay.
What is your favorite thing about the pod?
That we stay connected with Josh mostly.
Yeah.
Aww.
That's what I would say.
Aw.
Actually is what I would say too.
Yeah.
Yeah. That and our chemistry.
The chemistry.
The chemistry is unhinged.
We,
it is
we
funny
do
to
cook
go
in
back
here.
and listen to them sometimes.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'd say like freshman year, like every Sunday, I would try and call like at least two of you.
Yeah.
But like it was harder. Like sometimes people just wouldn't answer, would have something else. So it's when it works out for all of us is just a consistent way to connect with everyone.
Yeah. And I think we've been finding a more consistent time this semester so far. The last like 4 weeks we've done the episode at the same time every Tuesday.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
that's been kind of nice.
Mm-hmm.
So hopefully that can continue. And yeah, I'd say that's my favorite part too. And just getting to make something fun with you guys. So Josh, you want to ask a few questions? You got us pulled up?
Sure. So we're at
Kyle Mountain.
Kyle Mountain.
Oh, he finally gets
If
to
you
answer
had
this
to-
question.
Oh yeah, he asked us so long ago.
Yeah. If you had to live through any king's, queen's, or dictator's life that lived from 1500s to now, whose life would you choose and why? You cannot change what they did, good or bad, and you have to experience all of it.
That is a wild question. Wait, what are the options? It's king, president, dictator.
Any like leader, any
King, queen, dictator, basically ruler.
I want to say like Winston Churchill.
Mm.
That's who I'd probably go with.
I mean, he said king, queen, or dictator.
Oh,
Not just leader, I guess.
I don't know how many dictators I'd want to live their life.
I've got an
Kings.
answer because I've been.
Well, it's not like you're living their life. It's just you're like in that time period and you live through
Yeah.
their.
Oh, is that the
Their
question? Or
Yeah.
is
You're like just like a citizen
Oh.
under their rule.
Oh, there's a lot of people I wouldn't want to be living under. That's for sure.
All right. Give me George the Third
Okay, who the
and
heck?
put me in colonial America.
The
'Cause
vibe.
George
hold
the
on,
Third. What?
real quick. The vibe you're giving me is, give me Iguodala.
Give me Andre Iguodala. That is so good.
That's funny.
Give me George the Third and put me in colonial America. But yeah, because he was the king.
Actually, that's a good pick.
in
I picked
power
that.
when the Revolutionary War was won by the Americans.
I gotta side with Mitch. That's a great answer to that question.
So yeah, go
That'd be-
America,
Go America.
freedom.
Stay on your side of the ocean. British. Do something cool
Have your
at
tea.
some point.
I have an answer,
Okay.
and it's more of like a challenge. Like, it seems like a fun challenge. So
Just like winter.
just like winter. Today, in historical perspectives,
Oh no.
Oh, boy.
we learned about. We learned about some Roman rulers that for a certain period of time, they had an 84% chance of being killed while they were a ruler. And like, this was like for a certain span of time, this was the case. And they would, like, these people were not living very long because they were just constantly getting assassinated. I want to be one of those rulers during that time so I can live the challenge of trying to avoid being assassinated. I think that would be a good time.
Okay.
Mike, is everything okay at home?
Yeah, Mike, you all right?
I just want a challenge.
Blink twice if you need help.
You can't blink for the rest of the podcast except
Okay.
for once.
Josh, what about you?
I'm gonna skip this one. I don't
That
know.
is the correct answer to this question.
No, the correct answer is George III.
Okay.
Should have thought of that.
Yeah.
Do you say yours, Joey?
What?
Do you say yours?
I sided with Mitch.
Okay.
George III.
Okay.
Yeah.
OG splitters. See ya.
Fair enough. All right. I don't know when this question is from, but this next one is from Michael Johnson, who says, "Am I going to be put on the naughty list if I am currently 4 episodes behind?"
This was
No.
today.
Yes.
This was today. He asked.
No. No, you will not.
No.
Yes.
You
Josh
will
says
not.
yes.
Let's vote.
Oh, Josh votes yes.
I vote yes.
Okay. So it's 50-50.
Yep.
Either you're on the naughty list or
So-
you're not.
Flip a coin.
That doesn't answer your question, but
We need you to flip a coin and email us the result. If it's head,
You're
then
You're safe.
you're good. If it's tails, then you're on the naughty list.
Yep.
So
Yep.
yeah,
Email
get
us
on that.
back.
So if you're currently
it doesn't actually mean anything.
No, it does.
but
Trust us. This
Yeah.
it's exactly scientific.
well,
It's exactly
if you are-
scientific.
if you're consistently 4 episodes behind, well, happy March, Michael. Hope everything's going all right next month.
Yeah, happy spring break.
Yep, we should be on spring break at this point. So, well, he's graduated now. He's a working man,
Oh, attaboy.
so he hasn't got no spring break.
Sad.
Yeah, that is sad. Josh, next.
Mitch, curious about how they do hands-on experience in nursing with liability stuff. Like, how much stuff can you actually do without getting in trouble?
That is a fantastic question.
So in previous cohorts, they used to allow us to like test on other students
Oh,
and
Oh, dang.
wow.
so like do IVs and like some people have literally let other people insert like NG tubes all the way down their nose and throat and into their
Oh.
stomach.
I would not
So
be a fan of that.
It's like, and I've been like a guinea pig for my lab group last semester, but that was just more like surface stuff, like for assessment or whatever. Not any of that like intense stuff. So now they don't really let us, experiment on each other, which is probably for the best. But
Probably, though.
at the same
Only
time,
probably.
mannequins are way different than actual humans. So it's like nice to get the hands-on practice, but it's a lot different when you get into, real life clinicals. So yeah. And then there's a certain amount of things that they can let us do at clinical experiences. But yeah, so that was pretty limited last semester, but now we're a little more free this time around.
That's a good question.
Yeah.
Thanks, Annika.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy that they used to do that.
Yeah.
So they don't do that anymore?
Nope.
Wow.
Yeah. I have said, though, if someone wants to put an IV on me, they can do it.
Yeah.
Wow.
I'll let them practice.
Wow. Well, I got the next question, Josh. Don't worry. This is from Annika Stone again. This is for Josh. She asks, Josh, how did you riz Nicole?
I would love. I
Dang.
second asking that question.
All right. Let them cook.
So is that just asking like how we started talking?
How'd you riz?
Yeah. How'd
How'd
you
you
riz
riz her up?
How'd you riz her up?
You got game?
Well, we actually met in our freshman orientation group. I can't remember if I've said any of this, so apologies if I have. We met in our freshman orientation group.
Seeds.
But so that was like the first day I was at college, which is kind of crazy to think about. But we didn't really talk ever all of freshman year. And then sophomore year, I got put on her Thursday night worship team. So that's kind of where, like, after Thursday night worship one time, I stayed after to clean the room because that's my job. And like she stayed and we talked a while.
Ooh.
And then we served at a church together one time and like carpooled because it was 30 minutes away and talked there. And from there, we just did homework a few times together. We made like after Christmas break last year, we had like a habitual Tuesday night homework session together where we just work on homework and then talk a while. And then that's kind of, we got to know each other through that and then through being on each other's worship team last year. And then, yeah, in last February, I asked her out.
And the rest is history.
That's kind of the fast story.
Yeah.
Unlimited Riz. Learn how to hit things, kids. Drums. That's what I mean by that.
And how to play the drums good.
That's crazy that you guys met on your orientation group. I feel like you've told me that before, but I did not remember that.
Yeah.
I might have.
I remember that.
God's been
He
cooking
said that.
since freshman year.
But yeah, it is kind of crazy.
Target locked.
Because I remember, this is actually funny. I remember the first time I talked to her was that first day of freshman orientation. We did what our orientation leaders called it speed dating. So we were in like 2 rows and then like 1 row moved and you just talked to different people. And that's the first conversation I ever had with her.
Wow.
Yeah.
Was it on a date?
What'd you guys talk about?
Yep. I asked her like what she did in high school. That's like where I learned she was a worship arts major and led like her chapel in high school. And I was like, oh, cool. I did that too. Like, what do you play? And she said, oh, I sing. I sort of play piano, but not really. And she doesn't remember this at all.
Wow,
funny.
really?
Whoa. Offense taken.
Joey's offended.
No, not
Nicole.
really. Orientation week was a whirlwind.
That's
and
facts.
I remember not much
Just
of it.
Nicole. See what's going on here. Nicole, don't forget about my boy. Just kidding.
Slamming the desk.
It's all good.
Slamming the table.
Okay. Well, that's crazy. Thanks for asking, Annika. Now we know the story. We have one final question, boys. Are you ready for this?
I'm ready.
This is
So
from
ready.
Luke Rodemeyer.
Yep.
And I actually asked him to send in this question because
Okay.
every week in our Knutson staff meetings, we have a hot seat, or we are on the hot seat for 10 minutes and people can ask us any question they want. And this has become a tradition. This is always the first question asked.
Okay.
And it's always asked by Luke, so I asked him to send it in. And I think it's a great question. It really just tells a lot about our society.
Okay.
He says, hello, what an honor to be emailing the 245 podcast. Tell us all of your love life fishing analogies. So
Oh boy.
say your current love life in a fishing analogy.
Oh.
So example,
Okay.
so I'll give it
all of them. Just current.
no, just current
Just-
love life.
Okay. Okay. That's probably a good idea.
So example would like that have been said by some people is like, I'm just putting the boat in the water, kind of just looking at the fish right now.
Okay.
Or like
Looking at the fish right now. They haven't. They obviously have never been fishing before.
one of my
Yeah.
favorite ever, I'm not going to say who said it, but he said, the fish are biting, but it's catch and release.
Oh my goodness.
That is my favorite response to that question
player.
ever. So anyways,
My word.
I just thought it'd be fun to go through a fishing analogy.
Okay.
So who wants to start?
Not me. Mitch, you got to go first.
Okay.
Mitch-
So, okay, I'm going to set the scene here, all right? So imagine.
Is it warm outside? Well, what's the weather like?
Okay.
No.
No. You're at your summer cabin, okay? And you're on the dock, okay? And you notice this school of minnows. And, as a kid, you always want to chase after them and see if you can, like, grab one with your hand.
Yeah.
So basically, how it is right now with me, I'm jumping off the dock right now, just trying to stick my hand in there and see if I can grab one. But right now, I keep missing. But they, I'm always there, and they're always around the dock. So I'm just trying to, lurk and just, and then snatch one,
Wait,
and then
wait for the right one to show up.
Yep.
He's not even using a fishing pole. He's just going hand
Yeah.
first.
yeah, just these bad boys.
I like it. I like it. It's a good
So,
analogy.
Yeah,
It's a good analogy.
yeah. I hope that works.
You popcorn the next person.
Popcorn Mike.
Yeah, thank you. Don't make me do it. I want to hear what Mike has to say.
My fishing analogy is that I've caught the fish.
Okay.
I'm reeling it in.
Okay.
And I've almost gotten it to the top of the pole.
Okay.
That's it.
Yep.
All right.
Waiting to officially catch it and put it on the wall.
This is such a bad idea. This is such a bad.
You can't think about it too literally.
Yeah, you can't.
Mike, you're just waiting to pull the fish out of the water, kill it, bring it to the taxidermist, stuff
Get
it.
it stopped.
Kyle, if you
Nail
see
it to your
a
wall.
taxidermy appointment scheduled, watch out.
Yeah. So the fish is out of the water.
Yeah.
The fish is out of the water.
Okay.
But it's not quite at the top of the pole yet.
Okay.
But it's almost there. It's almost
Okay.
there. I've almost got it.
Josh, you gotta
Popcorn
go first.
Josh.
Yeah, don't make me go.
I don't know, man. I hate this question. I would say like the fish of its own volition like bit down on the bait and then swam towards the boat. And it's like,
Can you say that again? I couldn't hear you over Joey's laugh.
You just said
I
volition
said
and that was
the
it.
the fish bit down on the bait and swam towards the boat, and it's like it's coming towards the boat.
Nice.
All right.
What was the first word you said? The V?
Volition.
Delicious.
Of its own volition, that means like on its
Okay.
own. Like I didn't have to like lure the fish
Yeah.
in.
Okay.
It just came to you.
Okay.
'Cause
On-
you got that aura.
On freshman orientation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that leaves one person left.
One. Okay.
I want some deep meanings here.
This is so wild. This is a wild thing to try to do. Shoot. The worst part about this is I know Ava's mom listens to this podcast, which makes it 20 times harder to come up with this. I would say I have cast it out. First cast, got one. I'm reeling it in, and I got the net in the water to like scoop up the fish. Scoop. But not there yet. There's that critical moment in fishing. You guys actually don't understand this.
I fished before.
Because you don't fish. No.
I fished.
Like once where you have to be patient with the net. Because if you scoop too early,
That's true, actually.
it'll happen and they'll flip out. So you got to wait for them to be calm and then scoop.
Scoop.
And then you're good. That's what I'd say. That is so wild.
And then you put it in the boat, you bring it home, you put it in the taxidermy and
On the wall it
hang
goes.
it on the wall. And
And then maybe hook up some electronics and have it sing for you.
Oh, this is so wild. Okay, I have to
Callie
go.
does sing, so
Okay, I gotta go like right now.
where are you going?
I actually have to run to Target to pick something up, and it closes at 10, which is in 10 minutes. So
You're not gonna make
I'm
it.
gonna make it.
speed.
It's 5 minutes away. It's just the one right here.
Okay. Well, we're gonna wrap this up. Like
We're gonna wrap up those
I don't
fish.
come up with these. Mike,
Yeah,
go.
hopefully none
Yeah.
of our girlfriends' dads murder us after those comments. So
Hey, I'm safe.
Yeah, I apologize.
yeah, Mitch is the only one
Don't
that's
like read into that because I just said something.
Mitch is at the clear.
I hated the question, like I said. Anyways, we hope you enjoyed this episode. Thanks for asking questions. You can always send in more questions, and we'll eventually do another Q&A. I don't want to be too general.
Yeah,
'cause
maybe
then
next year.
no one will actually send in any. So definitely send in questions. Don't wait. Do it now. Anyways, thanks for listening. Hope you all have a great day.
Catch you in the flippity flip.
See you in the next round.
Peace out, gangsta.